now has it that Wanyama could be out for the season. I know there's nothing concrete about that statement, but it's potentially an issue for us. So that's going to put some serious strain on us because that guy was a beast last season. He was, I don't say player of the season, but defensive player of the season. He's up there with our centre backs with the job that he did anchoring that midfield. And with Dembele being in and out of the team with his injury problems, it really is going to put an awful lot of pressure on players like Winks and, God forbid, Sissoko. So you got to hope that Dembele gets to start with Winks for Wednesday.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And do you think Llorente, Tim, does he slot in for this one?
I mean, he did good against them last time, but that was also working up top with Harry. I think it's going to depend a lot on whether Harry's fit and ready to go in this match.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Dembele get the start because he's been working his way back to fitness, got a sub-appearance midweek against West Ham, got a sub-appearance against United. I think that's working his way back towards a starting role, and I think him and Winksy together in the midfield would be much needed against Real Madrid. I would love to see those two play together in this match midweek. And the question is then, do you drop Dyer out of the starting lineup, or does Sanchez miss a third game in a row and Dyer goes in the back three again like he did this weekend?
There's no way I'm not playing Sanchez in this match.
So that probably means Dyer's on the bench.
And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll be quite honest that I'm way okay with that. I mean, unless he doesn't start Winks and plays Dyer and Dembele in midfield. That's the only thing I can see. I can fully see. Well, I'll tell you what. Are you guys ready to move on to predictions?
So, real quick, the thing is, Dyer, he played midweek against West Ham, where Winksy got the rest. So if you're talking about who's more rested, Winks would be the one who has more rest, and I think Winks was one of our main bright spots yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we went up against Madrid last time, Winks did very well. He's been doing it playing by himself, kind of as the lone center defensive mid. And I think he deserves the chance to continue moving forward. I think he deserves this spot to play against Real Madrid midweek in the Champions League. I would be upset if he doesn't get the start. And I think he's more rested to get this start.
Yeah, I think that Winks' pace combined with Dembele's strength would be, I think, a good combination to play there, and they can feed off each other quite well. I think, I don't know, we'll get into predictions here in a second.
Well, especially if you're missing Harry up top, I mean, think about kind of how stagnant it may be moving forward if you have Dembele and Dyer together.
Yeah.
I think you need Winksy to kind of push the play and move the ball. I mean, Dembele provides that strength in the midfield, able to hold it on and move forward, but Winks is so direct with his passes moving forward. I would be afraid that it would be too defensive if you have both Dyer and Dembele, with Kane potentially missing the matchup.
It's going to be interesting. Who knows? Maybe Sissoko will get a start up front. I mean, just his height alone, just to help out. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he does because it's obviously an important match. Dortmund will be playing Apoel again, who they drew last time out, but I believe this one's at home for them, for Dortmund. So if you put 3 points in the bag for them, it'd be nice to come away with a point. If not, we're going to have to do the business against them to move on, and we will control our own destiny in terms of that, getting out of the group stage. But man, wouldn't it be great to win the group that Real Madrid was in? I think that's a good aspiration and a good way to start trying to get the fan base back. So. Let's move on. The Community Beer Company's Mosaic IPA predictions. We will start with the midweek match against Real Madrid. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start this one off. I think Poch is going to set up shop. I think he's going to almost park the bus. And if we get a chance at a counterattack or two per half and can maybe make something of one of those, good. But to me, this one's got 0-0 written all over it. So that's my prediction for midweek. Timmy, how about you?
I'm going to give you two predictions for it. Kane starts. I give us a 1-1 draw.
Nice.
Kane does not play. I think it's a 2-0 loss.
Okay. That's fair enough. I was trying not to predict a loss if he doesn't play, but it's really hard. Simon, what about you?
Well, I'll stick to my rule of not predicting losses ever because I have to have my lily white tinted glasses on. But I think this has a draw written all over it, and I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay.
Don't know who's going to score for us. Really
Probably be
don't.
another own goal. We still have never scored against Real Madrid with an actual player from our squad. Crystal Palace, we'll go reverse order. Simon?
Palace. 87-0. No, again, it really depends on Harry and to Tim's point of being rested for the international break. It's a great way for him to get the time off because it's going to be stupid friendlies for England.
Yeah.
But you can't have that gamble. We need the points. So if he's back, he's back. He plays, and hopefully the Poch is smart and pulls him off before the end. Says, yeah, he's re-aggravated it. He needs the week off. But I think it'd be 3-1 to us. Palace are still shit. It just goes to show that West Ham are shittier, and we should have beaten them in the midweek.
Good shout. Timmy?
I'll go 3-1 as well. Kane or no Kane. I mean, I think with the way we played United, if we had a strong performance up until that lapse in concentration at the end. So I think that same squad can go out there and do the business against a Palace side. So I'm going 3-1.
I agree with you guys on the 3. They're not scoring. Zaha, no Zaha. I think we're going to figure out a way to shut him down. If you shut him down, you shut them down. And defensively, we are still one of the best, if not the best, club in the country. So I'm going to say 3-0, regardless of whether or not Harry starts as well. Final shout-outs, thoughts. Tim, got anything today, this week?
Just, if you haven't listened to our special interview with Guillaume Balaguer, go take a listen to it. It explains a lot about the book, what it went into. It gives you a lot of background and insight into it that you're not going to get from just reading the book alone. It's a timeless podcast. It's not tied to any one match, so you can pick it up whenever. But special thanks to him for coming on and to Sammy for setting it up and getting him on as a special guest.
Yeah, that's a huge coup for the podcast, and I know he's going to be on a lot of podcasts out there. I think he's going to be on the Spurs show real soon, but very good job with Sam getting him on. I've got my book on order, so looking forward to reading it.
Yeah, the listen's worth it. Find some time if you can, Simon. It was a great listen. I was really impressed. I don't have anything going on this week. Timmy, anything from you? Or Simon, rather? Anything from you?
Sam, Simon, Vass, me.
Anybody? Hello?
Yeah, I do actually, because after we left the pub yesterday, we thought we'd go to the Londoner. But, after the Spurs match, and we wanted to have a few pints, so drown our sorrows, so to speak. The U17 England team were winning a world title, which was pretty awesome. And I bring it up because we did have two second-year academy players feature in the squad. Timothy Ioma, who didn't get any playing time, unfortunately, in the final. But we did have Tashton Oakley-Booth, who played pretty much the whole match. He came off in the 90th minute. But what a great performance the England set up below the senior team has had this year. I know they've got another title out there. There's so many different squads. I don't want to cock it up by applying the wrong squad to the wrong trophy, but I know we've won another World Cup and a Euro, and I think we were runners-up in another one.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome job. So well done to the U17s. And beating Spain 5-2 in the final after being down 2-0, great achievement. So well done, and especially to those two Spurs players who are now World Cup winners.
Yeah, congrats to them. That was going to be my shout as well. So very good. Stole my thunder, bastard. U.S. men's national team. By the way, I heard that, looking at some articles yesterday, they are going to be featuring during this upcoming international break an extremely young squad. So for all the Dempseys, Jermaine Joneses, Tim Howards, the rest of that group, I think they're going to start phasing them out. I mean, if you're not going to be around in 4 years for the next World Cup, there's no sense whatsoever in ever playing any of those players and capping them again for the United States. It makes no sense whatsoever. You got to start developing youth, wrap this club around Christian Pulisic, and move on. You just have to. It's time. So it'll be very interesting to see that changing of the guard so to speak, kind of like we did when Alexi Lawless and Kobe Jones and that whole group, Tab Ramos, they all kind of went by the wayside, and this new group came in. They're all now in their mid to early 30s, and they're not going to be around at 38, 39, 40 years old playing in Qatar. So, it's time to move on. We'll see what happens. Guys, enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being on the show this morning. Timmy, you want to get me out of here?
That will do it for us here at the Stars and Stripes. Thank you for tuning in, all you Lily Whites.
And remember, be kind to one each other, unless the other guy's wearing red.
Wankers.